Hi, this is Yvonne, and I'm here with Bill, and we're at the home of Lisa and Jeff Bischoff, and they have an outdoor kitchen.
Yes, they do. So here we're talking about outdoor living. A lot of our things are focused on gardens, but it's not just the gardens. It's what you do while you're in the garden. And what they've done is planted a bunch of stuff and made just a gorgeous spot out of the view. The Bischoffs have had this property for 4 generations, and what you see around us, this open area and this big outdoor fireplace. The wood came from the original barn that was on the property, and the stone came from Lisa's uncle's and grandfather's farm. So they took the stone from an old chimney that had collapsed from an old house that had rotted away, and stone by stone built their new fireplace here. So keeping it in the family, but then keeping it in the outdoors. They've built counter space, they've got refrigerators, they've got 2 grills, and then behind us on the other side they've got a swimming pool. So they found all different ways to get outside and enjoy their property any time of year.
Yes, indeed. This looks wonderful. I mean, anytime you want to get outside and get over in here. I mean, even in the fall when it gets a little chilly, you got that fireplace there. You can get a fire going.
Sure, absolutely.
And sit out here and enjoy the weather, enjoy the view, like you said.
And they also use, we'll see it in a few minutes, they use some of the reclaimed wood and the roof off the barn to build a mill that drains into their pond. And a beautiful feature, a nice water feature that you get to pass by each time you come in or out of the driveway.
Gee, nice garden out there too, right outside. So you just pick it and then bring it over here and cook it.
That's right. When that corn gets ripe here in a month and a half, they'll be able to come right over and throw it on the grill. Don't even have to take it inside.
Wow. Hi, this is Yvonne, and I'm with Bill, and we're at the home of Ann and Buddy Mudd. Wow.
Yeah, they have a very, very formal garden. We don't see as many formal gardens on the tour, and this is just a family that's used to have a lot of plantings, but they decided to switch up, and they've gone to a formal look. They're using... now I forgot the name of it, Yvonne. Sedum, yeah, that's right. They're using sedum. Hey, you're learning something here. All right, it's working.
Hey, I was listening.
That's right. So they use sedum as a ground cover here, along with mulch, and then they converted a fountain into a planter with some annuals in there to beautify the scene. They put in about 150 boxwood shrubs. Most of them are trimmed into topiary form, and that just means that they're in different shapes. Some of them are in balls, some of them are in pyramids. But I'll be honest with you, what makes this house spectacular is not just the very formal garden, but again, like our last stop, it's the outdoor living aspect, their patio and the view. Let's go take a look.
All right. This is Yvonne, and I'm here with Ann Mudd. How you doing, Ann?
I'm doing great on this beautiful morning. So many nice people coming here to visit.
Yes. Well, thank you for inviting us today to come out and look at your wonderful garden and your outdoor space for entertaining and all this wonderful land you have here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have been here for 43 years, and so many people have come today saying, I always pass by here and wondering what it looked like up here. And so they're getting a view of the farm and of our property. We're so glad to share it with other people.
Okay. Now, I notice you have a very formal garden. What was the deciding factor in the type of garden that you were going to do?
Well, I was just going to put in new landscaping, and my grandson-in-law, he was my granddaughter's fiance. I gave him the liberty of designing this, and he did. He came up with all this design, put all this English garden in, and so anyway, but I've seen so many other southern gardens, Kentucky gardens, beautiful gardens. Mine's just a little bit different, having the English garden, but it was his idea that I took.
Okay. But you enjoy it, and you embellish it every year, and you embrace it.
I
made it yours.
Yes, I love it. I love quite a bit of trimming, but I do really enjoy the space. I think it goes in with the decor of the house. Really do.
And you guys built the house as well?
We built the house, yes, in 1973. But we added this patio just 4 years ago. So this wasn't here originally.
Great idea. And what about this view?
And the view is just, as everybody's coming, a little bit of heaven up here. It is really, it's beautiful. People ask me, what is your favorite seasons? There is no favorite season up here, but one that and the sunrise comes up. It is so pretty. I just wanted to share it with the whole world. It is so beautiful
Well,
to
thank
see.
you today for doing that. We really do enjoy the view is just fantastic. You can't really explain it or describe it. There's so much going on out here with all the wonderful trees and the plants, and you can see layers and layers of other houses going down to the road as you're viewing out there. So it's really fantastic. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you so much. And the garden tour. I have to say, it's my first time to be on a garden tour, and it was amazing. It is amazing, and to see so many ideas and what people have done, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it is.
So anyway, everybody has something different to show, and so I'm just amazed by it all. So
Great weather for it too. Well, Ann, thank you so much for having us today. We really appreciate your sharing.
thank you so
Yvonne,
much.
and I'm with Debbie McIntyre out at the McIntyre Winery. How you doing?
Joined us fine.
Well, thank you for inviting us out here today for the garden tour. I know you've got lots and lots of stuff going on out here.
Yes, we do. It's really been a busy day today.
And also, I see you've got a lot of medals here behind us. Tell us a little bit about those.
Well, every so often they'll have, different places where you can send in wines and they judge them, and then, all the different wineries in the state of Kentucky can send them in, and then they judge them and you win your medals from that.
Well,
So,
looks like you've been doing pretty good.
yeah, it works out good for us. It really does.
Now, what types of wines do you have?
We do pretty much any kind of fruit wines. We do. We have a corncob wine. We have a rose wine, dandelion. We have daylily wine that comes from Kitty Greenwell's. Despite most of the things that we do, we either grow it here or we get it locally. There are a couple that we do with the juice, but 90% of our wines, we either grow it right here or it's just very local. So.
Okay, what's your most popular wine?
Right now it's cranberry. Everybody loves cranberry, even the people that like dry wine. They like that cranberry because it's tart. But our blueberry and blackberry is very popular. It does really good. We have wine slushies as hot as it is right now. Everybody loves those wine slushies. They really do good.
Well, give us a little history on the winery. How long have you been here?
Okay, we planted our berries in 2007. Kentucky bought us out of our tobacco industry, and so we wanted to do something with the land. Somebody suggested wineries were popping up, why don't you just grow some fruit? So that's what we did. We started growing the fruit, and we raised the fruit from 2007 and been growing it ever since. But in 2010, we started building this building, and we opened in 2011. So we've been open a little bit over 5 years. First year was really slow. Your name's got to get out of here. And then once it does, it has really, really grown. It's done really good, and we're just really pleased with it. It's a lot of fun. You meet people from all over the world. We all have a lot of fun. You have a lot of locals that come out here, and it's just peaceful out here at night. Everybody loves to come out and sit out on the deck, and it's just watch the stars, watch the deer, it's just beautiful out here. We love it.
Well, it looks like you are very successful at this. What do you see in the future for your wine business?
That's what we're discussing now, how far we want to go. We really love it. We really want to go more. We're talking about building another building, but we're still not for sure. That's what we're talking about, but, time will tell us what we're going to do. So, but we're really excited. It has really, really done good for us. So we're amazed at what we can do and what we've done, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So.
Well, listen, thank you for having us out here today and sharing. I see a lot of happy faces here today.
So, yeah, everybody has really enjoyed it. And I will say, people enjoy wines. They really do. They love coming out. It's really a good thing.
All right, well, listen, thank you, and we'll see you again soon.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, Bill, we're out among the blueberry bushes.
Yes, we are. So we're still at the McIntyre Winery, and one of their primary wines is blueberry wine. You see we're standing next to some of the blueberry bushes. Yes, you can grow blueberries in Kentucky, and that's a fairly recent development. When we were kids, you really couldn't. Blueberries are a little colder season thing. If you ever took a vacation in north and were driving through Wisconsin or Michigan, you'd see all the U-pick blueberry farms. But through hybridization, they've made hardier and hardier varieties, and now you can grow them in Kentucky. However, there's still some challenges. Our soil is usually based on limestone, right? I mean, that's what we're famous for. That's why the horses have stronger bones, eating the bluegrass that sits on the limestone. But that means that the soil is also a little bit basic, and blueberries really prefer acid soil. So you see, whenever you see blueberries growing, there's always a lot of amendment on the ground. They use different kinds of mulches, like oak mulches and some evergreen mulches, because those tend to acidify the soil. And they will also use certain fertilizers and things to keep a different pH that the blueberries like. But and you also notice that they're completely covered in a netting here. That netting is to keep the birds away, because birds, whether blueberries are native or not, birds figure out real quickly that they're tasty, and they will wipe a shrub out in no time at all. Another funny thing about blueberries is that you have to have at least 2 blueberry shrubs, and they have to be 2 different varieties in order to get any berries. They have to cross-pollinate. So that's what we mean by cross-pollinating, having multiple shrubs of different varieties. Bees touch one, touch another, and then the result is a whole bunch of brand new blueberries. So that's what a blueberry field looks like if you haven't seen one before.
There's lots of them here. It's going to be lots of blueberry wine, huh?
Yeah, I bet just a few short months, I guess. I'm not a winemaker per se. I think it's somewhere around late fall is when these would be, you'd be able to drink that, but I don't know, they may age it a bit longer.